Hey guys, Kevin Neely here again. I'm doing another one of my Starship designs with the Lego Digital Designer program. I call this Starship the USS Colossus Titan class. 4,400 pieces. 1,000 pieces in that massive power plant on the rear. Basically nuclear propulsion. See this right here? Ever so often a nuclear explosion goes off in the rear of the ship in this chamber, propelling this ship to speeds not yet achieved by mankind. I have up on the front of the ship 2 detachable shuttles. On the inner working of the ship, in the inner belly, if you will, 8 levels, including the command bridge on top and the rear observatory. I'm going to spin the ship around to the other side where I've used the hide tool. See the little minifigure up in the right corner holding his eyes? The hide tool is engaged, and I have hidden half of the ship, the outer shell of the ship, and the inner shell of the ship, because this is actually like a box built inside a box. The outer box not being airtight, whereas the inner box where the people are is airtight. A design where the flip-out glass doors can easily be used on both the inner working walls and the outer working walls, to where you could access the inside. Something comes loose or you want to change something around, etc. There's a lot going on in this ship. And let's start in the bottom. My little greenhouse. You might hear the music for Sunshine playing in the background from 2007, one of my all-time favorite sci-fi films. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. I don't want to jump tracks and get off onto that, but nevertheless, very powerful music. She just said, "The only dream I ever have is the surface of the sun. Every time I close my eyes, it's always the same." Next level up, we have, next 2 levels up, we have basically a Rockhound lab. Let me adjust it where you can see down in here. I didn't hide enough wall segments, it would have took too long individually. You can see down in here little tools, little, formula bottles. On the main table, there's all different colored crystals, and gold, silver, see-through, emeralds. Next level up, I really like a lot. It's a little botany lab. You got all kinds of things growing here in little individual pots. A ship this size, everything's got to be recyclable. You got to be able to grow your own food, create your own oxygen with your own greenhouse, etc., to be able to endure a very long distance trip in space. Next level up, you got just a little command center. Some kind of red reactor I created, basically behind glass, where a guy in a white suit's actually working on it. Bottled mask, etc. Next level up, same type of radiation suit, guys, but they're yellow. They got oxygen masks, full face shields. There's reactors enclosed in glass behind the caution lines. Computers, type of things you'd expect to see inside a giant starship of this magnitude. Sleeping chambers, obviously, next level up. I don't have anybody in bed. Everybody's off work and doing their job. They can sleep later. Like the rest of us, they can sleep on the other side. Next level up, observatory. There's little viewing pieces here, a couple guys here. A guy and a girl looking out, a little command station. There's nothing above that deck there. Inside of the belly, anyhow. Next level up. Top of the ship. Main bridge. Command center. I just focused in right on top of this little orange thing here. It's on top of a table. It's like a see-through meteor. But to me, on a table with computers around it, it looks just like a three-dimensional computer projection table. You know, where you can project whatever you're looking at outside of the ship. Be it a black hole, for example. As the film opens in the 1980 Disney classic, The Black Hole. Anyway, before I jump tracks again, we got an observatory deck up top, command center. I built a really cool, we'll see if you can almost see it right there. I'm going to point at it right here. It's the main, kind of like Kirk's seat, you know. It's made a little better. It's got the, it kind of looks like I was sitting on top of a little UFO disc. And he's sitting in the chair, and he's got this helmet on. It's got these flip-down visors looking out the main window. Right here, moving over. Consider this part of the ship that's built sideways with these little yellow droids. This would be kind of like storage compartment for hazardous materials. You see these androids moving, working. This guy up here in the top level, he's working on the computer in another one of these biosuits. 2 levels right here moving sideways, just to show you the depth of the inner workings of the ship. And then just after all that, you've got these 2 detachable shuttles up front with a crew of 4 in each. Let's zoom in on them and see if we can get a better view. Allow me to focus. Again, I hid the clear glass on top. So as I move the ship around, I'll show you the other side. As you can see, you can kind of appreciate their little head goggles I've got on, like the captain's wearing. I'm going to click off the hide tool. Everything reappears on the outer shell of the ship. Spin it around and let you look at this thing. Changing space scene. It's like a big flying, small apartment building in space. Obviously the 2 shuttles on the front could detach and go do their own thing, and the main hull of the ship remains as the main space station. Imagine that big thing just cruising off towards that planet. As Captain Kirk would have so wisely once said, to the second star to the right and straight on until dawn. And of course, that was originally spoken by Peter Pan, I want to say. Again, I used my railroad track design to create that rear engine, if anybody's curious how I did that. That engine has 4 45-degree railroad curved track parts in it. 45 degree takes 8 pieces to make 1 circumference. If you want to make a much bigger track, 22.5 degrees, 16 pieces. One of my other ship designs, I use a 22.5 to create 2 of these rings on one of the old pre-Enterprise starships that I've designed, the IXS 330. You can see it on one of my other videos. Well, we're coming to the end of this video. I love the shot of that nice spiral galaxy in the background. As I always say to everybody, live long and prosper.